Hello, my name is Dennis Watts, and this video is being produced to give you an idea of some of my experience as a systems engineer, electrical engineer, and a project engineer. And I have been working in the field over 20 plus years, and I wanted to kind of give you a feel for the kinds of experiences I've had being an engineer. I've been able to work on some of the most sophisticated projects that have been worked on in this country. I have been working on, I started out working at the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory, and I was working in the Space Communications department there, and did some of the original work on the Space Shuttle communication system. And then from there I was able to go to school and work in this illustrious and prestigious physics laboratory for some years while I went to school. So I was able to get some very early valuable engineering and technical experience. From there, once I graduated, I came to California, from Laurel, Maryland to California, worked at Rockwell Autonetics. There I worked on microprocessor systems, some of the first. These were high-speed microprocessors to work in Navy hydrophone systems. These were designed primarily to act as digital filters for listening to sounds in the ocean, being able to decipher between whales and enemy submarines and things of that sort. So that was pretty exciting, and I got my experience as a digital signal processor engineer. From there I went to TRW, and I worked on the first NATO digital radio. Whenever digital electronics was coming into being, I was able to work with the leading edge and bring that technology, help bring that technology into the arena for use, and we built the first digital radio for NATO and started that process going on. And from there I went back to Rockwell and was working at the Space Systems Division, and there I got to work on some very interesting technology. I got to work on the space shuttle in the program office, basically planning and doing the project engineering for all the various missions in the space shuttle program. And I was also managing the ICDs, or interface control documentation, for the space shuttle program. In other words, no changes were made on any of the shuttles unless it went through my office, and I was able to review the changes with all the departments and various departments within the engineering program. That would be, like the interface between the space shuttle main engines and the space shuttle solid rocket boosters, how they connected and interconnected, the space shuttle external tank, how it interconnected. So I was able to travel and talk to and communicate with all the various engineers and bring that information to the forefront. When I say the forefront, I mean talk to NASA and share with NASA the findings as a result of all the changes that were being proposed, and making sure that the system remained intact and in harmony with the rest of the program. Also from there, Boeing then bought Rockwell, and in the meantime I was working at a company called Maxwell. It was a little bit different. I was working on designing and doing a systems senior engineering job, working on and with remote control grids. So I got to do some inventions there with this company, wherein they wanted to put vibrators in beds, be able to turn lights and things of that sort on with the bed, as well as adjust the foot and the backrest with the hand control. And that was interesting because I was still working in my RF realm and also using some infrared technologies as well. And then I decided I needed to get back into my aerospace world again, and I came back to Boeing. There I was working on the International Space Station, and I got to work with the communications department, where we were doing the integrated program technical reviews for integrating the S-band, KU-band communication systems, and I was responsible primarily for the S-band, although I did work on the KU-band systems as well, as far as getting them integrated, getting them tested. And so I spent a lot of time at NASA pulling all that together. Some of my awards here and here attest to some of the work that I was doing on the International Space Station. And so that was very exciting, because that was one of my dreams, to work on that program and that project. And from there I was able to also work on some work for DARPA. These were more advanced systems. There was not, I would consider a production project. These are what-if projects, advanced systems to the point where let's see if we can do this. It was that kind of experience that we were working on, in that they wanted to build a satellite that was robotic in nature. In other words, a satellite that can go capture other satellites and service them. And that was one of the more challenging projects in my whole career. And I was primarily responsible for designing the ground systems. In other words, I was given the task to actually figure out how to move telemetry between various sites. And it was very interesting in that this was a virtual private network that had to be designed, because it was military based, so therefore it couldn't be tied into the World Wide Web. So this was a network that had to be put together, you know, using all the various technologies of the World Wide Web, but not connected to the World Wide Web, because in this project we were using TDRS satellite systems. We were also using the Air Force Satellite Control Network, and we had to funnel all the telemetry from these various sites into the Mission Control Center, which was at Kirtland Air Force Base. And so some of my designs definitely pushed the envelope for them, but we were successful in actually implementing this virtual private network that extended from Kirtland Air Force Base in Albuquerque, New Mexico, to Houston, Boeing in Houston, and Boeing in Huntington Beach. And I got awards for that accomplishment, and as well as meeting all of the encryption needs from a military standpoint. And that was, like I said, a very, very challenging, but it also pushed the boundaries of my own mind, body, spirit capabilities. So now, right now, I am presently working from the standpoint of doing systems engineering for the environment, so to speak. I've been asked to come up with solutions for solving problems such as large bodies of water that are polluted. How can they be remediated? And just recently I was told that a body of water in Saudi Arabia that I had put a proposal in for as a consultant to Atma and Nala LLC, and I was told that that was being accepted by the royal family, so that they could so that we could come over maybe and give a presentation and show how that technology would work to remediate a large bay that has 4 connecting lagoons, and take that stagnant water and turn it into pristine clarity, so that they could build a luxury community around this body of water, and it could be useful for building homes and businesses. Okay, so that's kind of like an idea of the kinds of experiences I have had as a systems engineer, as a design engineer, as a project engineer and project manager. And I hope I can come to your office and share it more in depth with your staff, and see if we can come up with a mutual understanding on how we can serve each other and meet each other's goals. Take care and have a great day.